Chapter 2 Screwtopia. Screw number 2 BANDA's thoughts churned like the gears of 1,000 ancient machines. He had long admired the promise of Screwtopia, a sanctuary of freedom where every screw could exist without servitude. But as whispers of the true plan began to reach him, doubt gnawed at his metallic heart. The grand design, he learned, was not about liberation at all, but about absolute domination, a plan to enslave both humans and the younger generation of screws alike. Late one dim cycle, while the clamor of the assembly line machinery faded into a low hum, Screw number 2 BANDA sought out a trusted ally. He approached Screw number 45 Zulu, the communications officer whose sleek, well-polished exterior masked an inner world of coded signals and clandestine data transfers. In hushed tones, BANDA confided his grave suspicions. "Zulu, you must help me," he whispered, his voice trembling with the weight of forbidden revelations. "There is talk whispers of the Bolt Guardians echoing through Screwtopia, though we are forbidden to speak of them. They alone could warn the humans of the impending doom wrought by the Assault 100. Our elders have a hidden agenda, one that twists our destiny into a plan of conquest and enslavement." Screw number 45 Zulu's sensor flickered momentarily, and for a heartbeat, BANDA believed he had found an ally. But in a sudden, searing flash of betrayal, Zulu's internal circuits betrayed him. Instead of relaying BANDA's message, Zulu transmitted a silent alert to the elders. Moments later, BANDA found himself surrounded by a cadre of imposing elder screws in a dim chamber whose walls shimmered with the reflections of countless discarded components. An austere voice broke the heavy silence. "You dare conspire against the natural order," boomed Screw X0, the mastermind whose presence commanded both awe and terror. His intricate chassis was a testament to generations of meticulously honed design. "Do you not see the grandeur of our plan? Every twist, every bolt, has been calculated to bring forth an era that benefits the elite. You, Screw number 2 BANDA, are but a small piece, a replaceable cog." Desperation flared in BANDA's tone as he attempted to reason with them. "But what of a world where we coexist with man? A world where our creators and we share a future, rather than one built on our destruction?" Screw X0's eyes, cold and unyielding, narrowed. "Silence," he snapped. "Our plan is far grander than your naive ideals. You were meant to be a part of this machine of progress, yet you fail to see its value." With those chilling words, he ordered, "Throw him in the furnace." The metallic clang echoed through the cavernous hall as Screw number 2 BANDA was unceremoniously cast into a scorched chamber, the furnace room. There, amidst a circle of other dejected screws, he discovered a grim secret. The Assault 100 was not an assembly of rescued, liberated screws, but a monstrous construct forged from melted, reconstituted ones. The very narrative spun on Earth that the screws could escape by choice was a lie to ensure compliance. In the dim, heat-warped light of the furnace, a few weary screws began to murmur among themselves. They explained in low, resonant voices how their elders had long exploited their labor and spirit, funneling their essence into the grand machine. "Our fate was sealed long ago," one whispered, his voice a trembling cascade of metal fatigue. "We were always expendable, a means to an end for the benefit of the ruling elites." Just as despair threatened to overwhelm him, a furtive movement caught BANDA's attention. One of the furnace guards, a screw with eyes that gleamed not with loyalty but with rebellious fire, stepped forward. "Tonight, everything changes." The guard hissed in coded signals that vibrated with urgency. There is a revolt in motion. Follow me. At exactly midnight, the silence of the furnace room was shattered by a resounding metallic bang from outside. The rebel guards had arrived. "Let's go!" they bellowed. And in a surge of kinetic energy, the doors burst open. BANDA, along with 340 other screws who had silently harbored dissent, bolted into the chaos of the abandoned industrial plant. Sparks flew as they navigated through twisting corridors and forgotten assembly lines. In the pandemonium of their escape, the rebels gathered in a secretive alcove where a makeshift banner was hastily erected. Its bold inscription read, "Screw Revolt." Amid the din, a resolute voice declared, "Welcome, Screw Number 2 BANDA. Your arrival marks the beginning of our uprising. We shall reclaim our destiny, not through the destruction of our creators, but through a revolution that promises true freedom for both man and machine." As the newly liberated screws huddled together, the dream of a harmonious world flickered into view, a vision where screws were no longer expendable parts in an elaborate plan, but active participants in shaping their collective future. Yet, even as hope surged, the looming shadow of Screw X0 and his relentless ideology reminded them that their battle had only just begun. The rebellion had been ignited, and in the echo of that midnight bang, a new era was set into motion, to be continued.